So our next problem is using equation of value in engineering economics. So our problem is a man bought a lot worth 1 million pesos. He paid in cash. On, on the installment basis, he paid a down payment of 200,000. Then at the end of 1 year, 300,000. Then at the end of 3 years, 400,000, and a final payment at the end of 5 years. So what was the final payment if interest rate is 20% per annum or per years? So if you look at the given, so if it is paid in cash, so the lot only worth 1 million. So the buyer settled for installment basis. So he paid a down payment of 200,000. Then at the end of 1 year, 300,000, and the end of 3 years is 400,000, and final payment at the end of 5 years. But it bear an interest of 20%. So for our solution, so this is now our cash flow. So since the buyer already paid a down payment of 200,000, so the remaining balance, which is now our present value, is equals to 800,000. So here the condition is at the end of 1 year, he paid 300,000, but bearing an interest of 20%. And then at the end of 4 years, at the end of 3 years, he will pay again the amount of 400,000 pesos, again with 20% interest. And the final payment at the end of 5 years with an interest of 20%. So we use today as the focal date of our equation. So take note that we use the formula of the present value or present worth equals to F1 plus I to the power of negative N. Or we have P is equal to F, then quantity of P over F, I percent N. So given the value of F, or the future value, interest, and the number of periods, we can solve the value of P. So here, since today is the focal date, we will convert this 300,000 to its present value. Because this 300,000 already earned an interest after 1 year of 20%. Same as the 400,000. It already earned an interest of 400%. So its present value now is not equal to 400,000. Same as the 300,000, its present value now is not equal to 300,000. So for our equation, then we have the 800,000 pesos, which is our remaining balance, 800,000 pesos after an down payment of 200,000. Then equals to the present value of 300,000 plus the present value of 400,000 and the present value of our final payment after 5 years. So substituting the given value, so we have now 800,000 equals to 300,000 times the quantity of 1.2 raised to the power of 1 plus 400,000 times the quantity of 1.2 raised to the power of negative 3 plus Q, or our final payment after 5 years, times the quantity of 1.2 raised to the power of negative 5. So 1.2 is from 1 plus 0.2, which is our rate of interest or our interest. So simplifying, we have now 800,000 equals to 300,000 times 0.8333 plus 400,000 times 0.5787 plus our final payment times 0.4019. Then solving the value of Q. So we have now the value of Q, which is equal to 792,560. So this is due to the interest, which is 20%. So as we look at the given, so we already paid 300,000. 300,000 for the first year and 400,000 after 3 years. So in layman's calculation, if we don't include the interest, so 300 plus 400, so it is equal now to 700,000. So in layman's calculation, so what is left after 5 years is only 100,000 pesos. But due to the interest, which is 20% per annum, so our 300,000 and 400,000, it's like goes nothing. Okay, because here, our final payment is almost equal to 800,000. So our payment for the first year and the third year is almost negligible. Why? Because of the interest, which is 20% per annum. So our final payment after 5 years is 792,560 pesos.